He was sitting in a cardboard box on the side of Route 11, just past the highway exit ramp on a Tuesday afternoon in August. Orange, impossibly orange, the kind of orange that belongs on traffic cones and emergency flares, not on something small enough to fit in one hand. Tara almost missed him entirely. She saw the box, she slowed down, she told herself it was probably empty. It was not empty. And what that small orange cat did to her life over the next 14 months, she could not have predicted if someone had handed her a detailed written report. Tara Chan was 38 years old, had a 2-bedroom apartment in Columbus, Ohio, and had built what she considered a very functional relationship with cats. She did not have one, had never had one, and did not particularly want one. She had friends with cats. She scrolled past cat videos without stopping. She found them vaguely suspicious, the kind of creature that stared at you from across the room and made you feel evaluated. The cat had never been on the table at all. Then it was on the table and the counter and on top of the refrigerator, looking down like a very small, furry emperor surveying a kingdom he had not yet formally declared. On a Tuesday in August, Tara pulled over on Route 11, got out of her car, walked to the cardboard box, and found a kitten roughly the size of a large orange, which was appropriate given the color. He looked up at her with eyes that were too big for his face and made a sound that was less of a meow and more of a complaint, a short, sharp noise that communicated clearly and without ambiguity that he had been waiting here for quite some time and found the whole situation unacceptable. No tag, no note, no indication of how he got there or who had left him, or whether they had done it deliberately or simply forgotten him, which in Tara's opinion was not a distinction that reflected particularly well on anyone. She picked him up. He fit in her cupped hands. He continued complaining all the way to the car. She named him Mango before she had even made a decision about keeping him, which tells you everything you need to know about how the decision went. The first week established several things about Mango's worldview and his intentions for the apartment. First, the apartment was his. Tara was a welcome guest who happened to operate the food supply and the door, but the territory itself had been assessed, mapped, and claimed within approximately 40 minutes of arrival. Second, closed doors were a personal insult. Mango communicated this by sitting outside any closed door and producing a continuous escalating monologue that did not stop until the door was opened. He had opinions, he had volume, he was not shy about either. Third, and most importantly, Tara's work schedule was going to need some adjustment. Tara worked from home 4 days a week. She had, prior to Mango, considered this peaceful. A quiet apartment, a good chair, 6 uninterrupted hours of focus before her afternoon meetings. This was no longer available to her. Mango had a 10 a.m. policy that required, without negotiation, that Tara stop whatever she was doing and acknowledge his presence. Not feed him, not play with him, just stop, look at him, and confirm that he existed and that she was aware of it. This took approximately 45 seconds and was non-negotiable. If Tara was on a call at 10 a.m., Mango would sit beside the laptop and emit a single measured sound every 90 seconds until she looked at him. Her coworker Janie asked during a video call in October what that sound was. Tara had been trying to answer a question about quarterly projections. Mango had been sitting 12 inches from the microphone, producing his 90-second interval sound with the reliability of a metronome. Tara said, "My cat." Janie said, "You have a cat?" Tara said, "Apparently." Janie said, "Since when?" Tara said, "Since August. It's a long story. He was on the highway." Janie said, "On the highway?" Tara said, "In a box." Janie said, "Of course he was." Then Janie unmuted herself to laugh. "I see you're still here but haven't subscribed yet. That honestly stings a little. Hit that subscribe button now. You'll want to see what happens next." By month 3, Mango had a morning routine that ran on a schedule so precise that Tara had started setting her coffee timer by it. At 6:30 a.m., he walked across her face. Not aggressively, just purposefully, a single crossing, paw by paw, as if she were a bridge he needed to use. This was the alarm. At 6:45, he sat on the bathroom counter while she brushed her teeth, watching her reflection with the focused attention of a critic at a performance he had agreed to attend. At 7, he ate breakfast. At 7:01, he sat in the morning sun coming through the east window and became, for about 40 minutes, completely unavailable. He would not look at her, he would not respond to his name, he was doing something important with the light and preferred not to be disturbed. Tara started scheduling her most intensive work during the 7:01 to 7:40 window. She was aware of how this sounded. She did not examine it. Her friend Priya came to visit in November and sat on the couch while Mango assessed her from a distance of approximately 6 feet. He circled her twice, sniffed her left shoe, and then climbed into her lap and went to sleep. Priya said, "He doesn't do this with everyone, does he?" Tara said, "No, he's usually suspicious of new people for at least a week." Priya said, "So I passed?" Tara thought about it. She said, "Looks like it." Priya scratched behind Mango's ears. He opened one eye, confirmed the quality of the scratching was acceptable, and closed it again. Priya said, "You're a cat person now." Tara said, "I'm really not." Mango made a sound from Priya's lap that was approximately the volume and sincerity of a small engine running correctly. Tara said, "I'm working on it." The moment that shifted everything happened on a Friday evening in January, 6 months after Tara had pulled over on Route 11 and picked up an orange complaint in a cardboard box. She had a bad day, the kind that accumulates from small things rather than one large thing. A meeting that went sideways, an email she had to rewrite 4 times, a commute to a client that took 90 minutes each way in the rain. She came home at 8:15 p.m., dropped her bag by the door, and sat down on the couch without taking her coat off. Mango was on the other cushion. He looked at her. He made no sound. He didn't approach. He just looked, with those amber eyes that had gotten sharper and more attentive as he grew, with the focused, assessing quality she had first noticed when he was the size of an orange in a box on Route 11. Then he stood up, walked across the couch, stepped directly onto her lap, and laid down on her coat like it was a bed he had owned for years. His purr started immediately, deep and steady and entirely out of proportion to his size. He weighed almost nothing. The purr weighed considerably more. Tara sat there with her coat still on and her bag still by the door and a cat on her lap who had decided without being asked that this was where he was needed. She didn't move for 40 minutes. She didn't want to. Today, Mango is 14 months old and weighs exactly 4.2 pounds, which is less than most people expect when they hear about the amount of personality he carries around. He still crosses Tara's face at 6:30 a.m. He still watches her brush her teeth. He still disappears into the sunlight at 7:01 and reappears at 7:40 with the energy of someone who has completed something important and is ready to supervise the rest of the day. He still sits beside the laptop at 10 a.m. waiting to be seen. Tara still stops every time and looks at him. She is not, she will tell you, a cat person, but she pulls over for cardboard boxes now, just in case. Because sometimes the most disruptive thing that ever happened to your life fits in your cupped hands and weighs 4 pounds, and is the specific, impossible orange of a traffic cone. And sometimes that's exactly what you needed. Would you call yourself a cat person, or did the cat simply not give you a choice? Tell me in the comments.